Hey there, Lacey here with the Sweet Pea Chef, and you guys loved my strawberry frozen yogurt and my peach frozen yogurt recipes. So today I want to share with you 4 more delicious, yummy, and easy frozen yogurt recipes that you can make in your home. No ice cream maker needed, and best of all, they're yummy and good for you. So let's get started. When I make frozen yogurt at home, I use my food processor, but you can also use a heavy-duty kitchen blender. I'll leave the link for what I'm using below if you're interested. These frozen yogurt recipes are going to be ready to eat right when we blend them. And the way we do that is by freezing the fruit ahead of time so that we don't have to wait for freezing the frozen yogurt once it's already made. So in order to do that, I'm going to get it all ready together for all of our recipes today on a rimmed baking sheet that I'm going to line with aluminum foil. And then I'm going to use some aluminum foil to separate or divide the rimmed baking sheet into thirds. On the first third, we're going to add in our fresh blueberries. Make sure these are all washed and ready to blend. Then we're going to put those on the first third. On the second third, we're going to add in our fresh and washed raspberries and spread those out. And then on our final third, we're going to add some sliced fresh bananas. If you wanted to use pre-frozen fruit that you have just from the store or just in your fridge, like frozen blueberries, you can use those. I personally like freezing fresh fruit for myself for these recipes because then I can test and know that they're sweet or not. But if you have them, you don't have to worry about this step. You can just skip on to blending in a minute. So now that we have our blueberries, our raspberries, and our bananas all ready to go, I'm gonna put them into the freezer and let them freeze for about 1 to 2 hours until they're solid. All right, so let's start this off with a frozen yogurt recipe that I think you're gonna love. It's a peanut butter frozen yogurt recipe that is thick and creamy and peanut buttery and so delicious. So we're gonna take half of our frozen banana slices and add them to the bottom of our food processor. Then we're gonna add some full-fat Greek yogurt and natural peanut butter. Then blend all of this together for a couple minutes. You may find that you have to scrape down the sides a little bit and help your food processor along. As the fruit starts to melt just a little bit, it starts to get a little bit creamier and easier to go, but you definitely just want to keep blending until it's fully smooth. When everything's blended together, you can then taste it and see if it's sweet enough for you. I find that sweet bananas are enough to sweeten this entire recipe, but if you feel like you just need a little bit more sweetness, you can add in some raw honey or some pure maple syrup and then blend once more. But otherwise, this frozen peanut butter yogurt is ready to go. It's soft serve at this point. If you want it a little bit harder, you can transfer it to a freezer safe container and place in the freezer for about an hour, and then it'll be a little bit more hard for you. This peanut butter frozen yogurt is my go-to frozen sweet treat right now. It is so easy, so delicious, and it's just chock full of peanut butter deliciousness, and it's creamy and dreamy, and I cannot say enough good stuff about it. So definitely, I hope you enjoy this peanut butter frozen yogurt. Next, let's make a tart and creamy raspberry frozen yogurt using our frozen raspberries. So just like with the bananas, we're gonna add our frozen raspberries to the bottom of our food processor. Then we're gonna add in some full-fat plain Greek yogurt and a little raw honey. Because the raspberries aren't super sweet, we know we're gonna have to sweeten this just a little bit. So I add in the raw honey at this point. Then just blend everything together until it's fully smooth. You may need to scrape the sides down and help out the food processor a little bit. Then once it's all fully pureed and delicious looking, you can taste it and see if it needs any more additional sweetener. You can add in a little bit more raw honey or pure maple syrup, whichever one you prefer. And then blend it again, and then you have ready to go fresh raspberry frozen yogurt. This could be eaten this way right out of the food processor. It's ready to go. It's soft serve style at this point. But if you want it a little bit harder, place it into an airtight container, put it into the freezer for about an hour, and then you are good to go. I love the color and the tartness of this raspberry frozen yogurt. It is so easy to make and just really, really crisp and cool. So totally yummy. All right, so this next frozen yogurt recipe is for all you chocolate lovers out there. We're gonna be making a homemade chocolate frozen yogurt with just 4 ingredients, and you're just gonna love it, I know it. So in the bottom of our food processor, we're gonna add in our remaining half of the frozen sliced bananas, followed by some dark cocoa powder, full-fat plain Greek yogurt, and a little bit of pure maple syrup for this one. Then blend it all together until it's nice and smooth. Then once it's fully mixed, you can taste it, see if you need any more pure maple syrup. Usually I don't need it. If you want to have it more tart and bitter because you really like dark chocolate, you're not going to want to add any more. But if you like more of a milk chocolate kind of flavor, you might need to add a little bit more. It really depends on how sweet your bananas are. But you can taste it at this point and then add some and blend it again if you need to. As is, it's gonna be a soft serve texture, so you could eat this right out of the food processor, or you can place it in an airtight container, put it in the freezer for about an hour to harden. The choice is yours. I love how rich and creamy this chocolate frozen yogurt recipe is. It's so nice to have a really good go-to frozen chocolate sweet treat that I can have in my freezer and enjoy anytime. So for all of these recipes, I use a plain full-fat Greek yogurt. If you don't like Greek yogurt or you're trying to avoid dairy, whether you're vegan or you just have an intolerance to it, you can use any yogurt of your choice. Just try to find the thickest you can for whatever you have and make sure that it's unsweetened and plain. That's gonna make it have that nice flavor to it for all of your recipes. Now, let me show you how to make a homemade blueberry frozen yogurt that has just this most amazing color, and it's so sweet and so creamy. So in the bottom of our food processor, we're gonna add all those frozen blueberries. Remember, we're gonna have about 3 to 4 cups of them. That's typically what I use. Then we're gonna add in our plain full-fat Greek yogurt, a little bit of raw honey, and a quick squeeze of lemon juice. That's gonna give it a little bit of tartness to balance out the sweetness of our milder blueberries. So we definitely wanna add a little bit of that lemon juice if you can. Then we're gonna blend it all together until it's fully pureed. You may need to have it go a little bit longer to make sure all of that blueberry skin is gonna get nicely pureed into there. It's gonna make a really cool color. If you need to help your food processor along, you can always scrape down the sides and help it move along, or you can allow the fruit to thaw just for a few minutes before putting it into the food processor. That way it's ready to go and it doesn't have to fight it as hard for the frozen fruit. Once you have everything fully pureed, you can always taste it, make sure that it has that perfect blueberry flavor for you. If you want to add a little bit more lemon to get it a little bit more tart, or if you want to add a little bit more sweetener, you know, a little bit of raw honey to balance out and make it more sweet, then blend it again, and then you have ready to go blueberry frozen yogurt that's a soft serve consistency at this point. If you want it harder, place it into the freezer in an airtight container for about an hour, and then you have delicious blueberry frozen yogurt ready to go. I love the color and the pop of the blueberries in this frozen yogurt recipe. It's just so easy to make with 4 ingredients, and I love that I can make it anytime I want. It's so awesome. All right, so I hope by now that you see just how easy it is to make your own homemade frozen yogurt recipes at home. These are so easy to make, just require a few ingredients and have none of the junk that other recipes might have, like refined sugars and artificial colors and flavors. We don't want any of that. We want healthy, delicious, frozen sweet treats, and that's what we have here. Let me know in the comments below which one you're gonna make first. I bet you might even have enough stuff to make one of these recipes already in your fridge. They're so simple. Plus, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so you never miss our new weekly recipe videos. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.